He's a six-time All-Star, won the MVP back in 2010. Reds first baseman Joey Votto. Reds Rockies today, 12:35 Eastern, 10-game winning streak. How do you not screw up a good thing? Like you get on a streak, so you come back. How does a team are you superstitious going into this?
Dan, hello. I'm a regular now on the show, by the way. I want to be introduced as a regular to the show, Joey Votto, friend of ours,
Yeah.
Joey Votto,
Yeah.
my pal, Joey Votto.
Okay, let me try that again. Six-time All-Star, won the MVP back in 2010. Reds first baseman, our good buddy, our pal, and one of us, Joey Votto, joining us on the program. Joey.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, good to be back. To answer your question, the first night I performed well, and that helps a lot. Had I come back and fallen flat on my face, and we had lost, I would have heard about it. I would have been tied to, they would have thought of me like a loser. Like I would have been like, oh, Joey's back, so we start to lose. So I performed well, thank goodness, and we ended up getting a win.
What's the difference, though? Last year, this team loses 100 games. Now you're in first place.
Yeah, players. We've got three. I'm missing guys. I'm going to miss guys, but we've three position player rookies that are new to the team that a lot of people are asking to be on the All-Star team.
Now, do you know everybody on your team?
There's a few guys where I don't know how to spell their first or last names.
Okay.
And there's a couple guys where I have to handshake hello at the very beginning of the day. Hey, so good to meet you. And we've been on this team together for a bit.
And then you look at the back of their jersey to be like, oh, De La Cruz. Yes.
No, I was in Louisville for the last 3 months, so I know these guys well. I know, and then all the rest of the guys I've played with for a bit, but it's the young guys. We've got these three young position players. We've got another fellow, TJ Friel. Everything about our team is different, and everyone is playing well. I was thinking about this last night because I knew that you and I were going to chat, and I was thinking about how can I explain what we're doing differently here. And it's like we went from being a post team in the NBA where they would dump it in to me and I would slow down the offense and, bank a shot or whatever, to all of a sudden we're a running gun type of team like the Warriors or like the Kings, what have you. And these guys are fast. They're powerful. They play premium positions. They are the type of baseball that if I were a fan, I would pay to watch. So we're so fortunate here. I mean, these guys are absolutely the future of the game.
It's small things that stand out to me when it comes to greatness. And watching De La Cruz, a grounder to third is not a grounder to third. It's an opportunity to beat out a hit. And there are a lot of young players that will coast on something like that. This kid goes full speed. There was a grounder to first that he beat out the other night. Like that, I don't know if you teach it, but man, does he have it. He wants to make sure that he gives you every ounce he has.
He's a joy to watch, a joy to play with. And he wants to use his speed. He knows that it's one of his strengths, but he also knows that people come to watch him run. And, I was in Louisville and there was a second baseman that made a tag at second base and he was at third base. And the second baseman turned his back and made a tag and he ran home and he was safe at the plate. Like he's going to do some things and you're going to see them on highlights and you won't understand how he did it. Couple that with he has the most power maybe in the game. He's easily up there with Judge, Giancarlo,
really?
Shohei. He's everything you could ask for in a prospect, and we have him here in Cincinnati.
Where does that power come from?
It comes from, I can't say hair because I have power. He's got great hair. I've got no hair, but we both have power. I would say probably he's 21. He probably got no sleep last night. He's probably playing video games all night. I know that Chipotle was involved, and he just has it. He just has it.
He reminds me of Eric Davis a little bit.
I don't think Eric's my guy. Eric's my guy. But if Eric had this sort of power, he's going to hit some balls. We're going to see him at a home run derby at some point.
His build, like
he's taller. He's taller. But yeah, very similar build in terms of slight build. Smaller, sort of wiry build, but he's just electricity. I have to ask his permission what nickname I want to give him, because there's one I want to share publicly, but I can't. I have to ask his permission first. So it involves extraterrestrials, but I won't go farther than that. So
I'll hold on if you want to get a hold of him and ask him. Is he down the hall?
It involves UFOs and extraterrestrials.
Okay.
Elly De La Cruz. Elly De La Cruz.
Okay. If you had a race with him and you started at home plate, do you get to second before he gets home?
I got a buddy who I had this conversation with about Billy Hamilton, who runs probably as well, maybe not quite as well as Elly De La Cruz. And he said, if I got drunk and I started at first base at the Rogers Center in Toronto, or at Great American Ballpark here, because he's from Toronto, if I got drunk and I raced Billy Hamilton started from home all the way to home plate, and I started from first, I would beat him, he said. And I said, there's no way. There's no way you could beat him. And he gets all miffed about it. At least with me, if I started at first base, I know Ellie's going to beat me. I would have to get a secondary lead for me to stand any chance of beating him to home plate. And he would laugh at me as he chases me down. So, yeah.
You might get to second before he rounded the bases and got to home if you started at home plate, both of you.
I'd barely get to third. If he'd get to home, and I'd barely get to third.
Oh, okay.
I'm a good player here, Dan. I'm a really good player, and you're making me feel like I'm trying out.
Well, you're not known for your speed, right?
I used to. Take a pitch off the plate and then get a broken bat single and then get another walk, and I'd be 1 for 2 with 2 walks. That's pretty good.
Paulie, give me Joey Votto's stolen bases.
Career or single season high?
I have the most stolen bases in this clubhouse.
You're the only one there. See?
Math. Hashtag math.
Paulie, wait. What do you have?
He's got Canadian speed, Dan. He's got 80 career stolen bases and a high of 16 in 2010.
Yes.
Okay, and people haven't been stealing bases.
Some of us haven't, some of us don't.
Okay, when you go to the plate, you've been rehabbing, you had shoulder surgery, you go up to the plate. You trying to hit a home run?
Of course. Today, maybe 1, possibly 2.
You can give me a home run today. You can give this audience a home run today. Is that what you're saying? Oh my God! All of us here. It'd be emotional.
Okay.
It'd be like
I can promise you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
That's not what Babe Ruth said to that little boy in the hospital bed.
Who was that actor? Anyways, you really think he said that?
Yes.
You really think
I think he did. I think Babe, probably a little hungover, said, I'm going to hit a home run for you, kid.
Yeah.
All right.
He probably did.
I noticed the walk-up songs. Have they changed as you've gotten older?
Yeah. And, I think being more serious, I think more about the grandparents and the kids and the grandkids that come to the games. No, I think about not disrespecting them with some of the questionable language.
Okay. Well, okay. Tell me if these are Truth Hurts by Lizzo.
Yes.
You use that one?
I think so. I don't remember, but the truth does hurt sometimes, Dan.
Lucifer by Jay-Z.
Yes.
The Blacker the Berry by Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Humble by Kendrick Lamar.
You have to stay humble.
Murder, She Wrote.
Great show in the 80s.
Yes, it was. She was hot.
That's not appropriate.
Okay. Work to Do by the Isley Brothers.
No, I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe I don't remember.
Paint It Black by the Stone?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah,
why
I
would
can't
you
tell
do
you.
Paint It Black when that's for a pitcher?
No, it starts off by saying, I see a red door and I want to paint it black. So if there's one song that people drive me crazy about walking back out to, again, it's that one, because everybody breaks into applause afterwards when that kicks in. And it's a good song, but it's not for me.
Yeah, because pitchers paint it black.
Yeah.
You don't want, like, someone like Clayton Kershaw to paint it black.
A Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the pitcher you're going to tell your grandkids about? You're like, yep, faced him.
Clayton Kershaw's pretty clearly one of them. He's the new Koufax of the Dodgers.
Okay, but describe that when he could tell you he's thrown the breaking ball, probably, right?
No. That's not how it works with me. No. You can't tell me. You can't. I'm not going to go up there and punt the at bat just because it's Clayton Kershaw. I mean, I've homered off of him and I've called homers against him. He's more or less.
What do you mean called homers?
We were both rookies, and I told the third baseman on their team I was going to homer in the next at bat. And he said, "You do realize who's pitching, right?" And I homer the next at bat, and he goes, "You mother," sort of thing. Yeah, but Clayton's more or less dominated me, and almost all hitters during our career. So, during my career, excuse me. So, but Clayton's probably the one. Mariano Rivera.
Ooh.
At Old Yankee Stadium, I homered off of Mike Mussina my first at bat there. It was the last time my late father got to see me play. He was, in the stands. I homered. He watched the whole series, and I really wanted to face Mariano Rivera before the series was over. And I happened to face him, I believe, in my last at bat before we left. Old Yankee Stadium, what an experience. Jeter and the Yankees, what an experience. You could feel the ghosts. And then I get to face Mariano, who was basically getting an inning in. Well, I decided, I'm going to, choke up and catch the cutter out front. And it went. And it just kept coming. I ended up check swinging, grounder to third base. A-Rod picked it up. I was safe at first. That's back when I had roughly Elly De La Cruz speed.
Okay,
now
like that.
That's probably, I'm probably out by 8, maybe 12 feet. So, yeah.
So he is promising at least one home run today for the audience.
At least one. At least one. Is this live?
Yes, it is.
Oh, no. So I have to come through. Oh, no, Dan.
You do. You have an hour before first pitch.
Oh, my goodness. I have to come through. Well, make sure that you bury this. If it doesn't come through, laud me. Praise me. I should be trending on Twitter if I hit home run today.
Are you staying around to pass Larry Walker on the all-time Canadian hit list?
Staying around.
Do you want to play?
Thanks.
Do you want to continue to play? See, I didn't bring up Hall of Fame this time.
No. And I've been.
We're not doing that anymore.
We're not doing that. I'm clearly not one. It's over. Why are we even talking about
exactly. We're not going to bring that up.
I don't think.
By
about
the way,
if
you get in the Hall of Fame, I'm going to the ceremony.
Come on, Dan.
I promise.
A friend of the show sort of rule?
Yes.
Did you go to Reggie's?
Yeah.
Did you go to Chuck's?
If I don't have anything going on in 10 years from now, if I'm still alive, I will be there.
I'll pay for your ticket on Spirit or Frontier, last row, but it'll be a window seat.
You're going to hear me applauding. You're going to hear me.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm going to say that the Wayne Gretzky of baseball.
No, don't disrespect Wayne like that. I'm a fine player. I'm no Wayne Gretzky. Wayne's the greatest, maybe, athlete of the last 25 years, not named Jordan.
Is Gretzky nicer than you?
God, it's 45 years for Gretzky.
You're a pretty nice guy.
Most of us are behind the scenes. This is all an act. This is absolutely an act. Most of us behind the scenes are not friendly people. We're how can we be friendly and compete? It's and more importantly, we're stars and we make all the money and people want our autograph. After a while, it's like no one's our equal sort of thing. Okay. So no, I'm not nice behind the scenes.
Okay, fair enough. He guarantees at least one home run. Do not talk to him about its Hall of Fame. He has deceptive speed. He's not hanging around to pass Larry Walker.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
And friend of the show.
No.
And friend of the show.
I missed when I had my surgery last year. It was about 10 months ago.
And I should have reached out. I should have reached out when you were having surgery.
It's okay. I appreciate the flowers. But before the surgery, I thought, it's going to be a while before I'm on Dan's show. And I wonder what color hoodie he's going to wear. Turns out he picked the lucky Wednesday green.
Like lime green, yeah.
Thank you.
Marv, do we have our Friday song queued up? Do we have that? No. Do we have the song we play on Friday when we close up shot? Todd Rundgren? Do we have that? Because I do have a walk-up song for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How about this low-key Sports Illustrated cover flex right here?
I saw that. That's very hot.
That?
Marv, do you have it? Okay. Here is your walk-up song. Crank it up now. Ladies and gentlemen, first baseman, Joey Votto. Don't call him a Hall of Famer. He doesn't want to talk about it. Deceptive speed. He's old. Here we go. What are you thinking?
Well, the audio on my end is not so good, but I'll pretend like I loved it. So
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
I swear, I'd love to do that. I would love to.
Okay, it's Todd Rundgren.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day. Ladies and gentlemen, first baseman, Joey Votto.
And on that note, I got to Rundgren, my friend.
All right. You got to get ready for a couple of home runs. Thank you, Joey.
Take care. See you.
That's Joey Votto. He's a nice guy on TV, but not in real life.
I got to Rundgren. All right.
He's something.
Nailed it.
Yes, he is. Thank you to the Cincinnati Reds for helping us with that.